Greetings and salutations. Hope this finds you well, comrades. Quick shout out to the two Uber comrades on Patreon supporting my channel and this content. My partner, Thank You Rosa, and Independent Left News. Definitely check them out. They're a great resource. This is Independent Left News is actually how I came across this story we're about to chat about. So this is from the Daily Poster, David Sirota's outlet, along with other contributors, obviously. COVID paid leave to expire as corporate Dems Stonewall. So I mean, again, like they're making it very difficult for people if the actual goal is to increase vaccination rates. I believe the United States has about 56-ish% of their population fully vaccinated at this point. How do you expect the working class to be able to go out and get the job, whether it's two or one, depending on which one you get, if they're not afforded time off work to recover from it, if they have side effects and they need to, take it easy a little bit. I mean, I got my second jab of the Pfizer yesterday. Oh, like my arm is like sore as fuck. Wait, at this point, like I can't really raise it much higher than that. Luckily, I didn't have to work today, so I'm able to just kind of relax, make sure I'm getting enough water in. Gonna make a nice big fruit smoothie for a late breakfast, early lunch. It's about 1:30 my time here, but not everybody has that privilege and class advantage that I do to be able to get the shot and not have to worry about, showing up for work the next day. So it's just fucking so ridiculous. Like, okay, we're telling people to go get the shot, protect yourself, protect your community, but the government is showing that they give they could give a fuck let they couldn't care less about the population, about the populace. And again, like that's why I think vaccine hesitancy is fairly high in the United States, because the US government, especially at the federal level, has a horrible track record of actually looking out for the well-being of the masses, of the working class, especially the most vulnerable and marginalized elements within it. So again, like if the US government actually had a track record of looking out for the best interests of the people, then more people would have gotten the shot by now. Maybe if we had universal fucking healthcare, maybe if we had guaranteed time off, guaranteed sick leave, maybe if we had all jobs that had a livable wage, maybe if we had housing as a human right, water, electricity, etc. Then people would probably, okay, yeah, there actually have been looking out for my well-being. I will go get this shot. And then now we have this fucking story. I mean, Jesus Christ. COVID paid leave to expires corporate Dem Stonewall. The federal paid sick leave tax credit to support workers and encourage vaccinations, and ending a corporate Dems are threatening to block a replacement. Not surprising. As Congress squabbles over spending legislation, the federal government-only emergency paid leave program is set to expire. Corporate Democrats move to kill President Biden's agenda or remove an incentive for many employers to provide paid sick leave to their workers. And again, like how fucking ridiculous. Like we don't have paid sick leave as a guaranteed right. We don't have paid vacation. We don't have paid paternal leave. It's fucking disgusting. Again, the United States is a fucking death cult. 700,000+ people have died during the pandemic, and we haven't even moved the ball slightly on the issue of universal fucking healthcare. That is how just disgusting and completely rotten this corporate duopoly is, how completely beholden they are to the capitalist class. The threadbare paid tax leave credits allowed small and medium-sized businesses to offset the cost of providing up to 80 hours of paid leave to their employees when it terminates on September 30th. Today, it'll be the latest COVID response initiative to expire. Again, yeah, the expanded unemployment benefits, the federal eviction moratorium. Again, the survival checks, died out long ago. Without the tax credit program, employers lose an incentive to provide paid leave to sick workers, which again will cause people to not be able to get the vaccine because then they would be afraid, potentially losing their job, getting fired, losing money, as well as the fact that it's going to force people to go into work sick and spread the virus even more, right? Jesus. While a federal paid leave program is currently included in the 3.5 trillion reconciliation package being debated in Congress, the fate of the reconciliation bill and other various social measures it aims to implement are still very much uncertain. What is certain, however, is that the lack of paid leave is hindering, yes, at a time when the country is still seeing tens of thousands of new COVID cases per day, driven largely by the Delta variant, and still lots of deaths, right? Almost, let me Google COVID deaths in the US right now. COVID deaths in the US. 7-day average deaths, almost 2,000 still. And overall, 696,000, 43 million cases. Jesus fucking Christ, right? 7-day average right now, September 28th, yeah, almost 2,000 deaths a day still. But all these, programs that were as bare bones and lousy as they were are still expiring, right? Meanwhile, Americans are still wanting for a new Biden rule ordered by the labor to mandate paid time off so workers can get. I mean, Jesus Christ, like that just makes sense on every level, but no, that's too much to ask for. Um, Jesus Christ. We're in the middle. This is an epidemiologist at Harvard. We're in the middle of a raging pandemic that kills 15,000 Americans every week, says Feldman. Removing paid sick leave means more workers will spread COVID, as I was alluding to their colleagues. More people will be hospitalized and more will die. Jesus Christ, man. I don't know. So again, it's not it's not surprising the headline of this article that corporate Democrats are trying to kill this. Again, both parties completely bought and paid for by the capitalist class. It's a corporate duopoly for a reason. They're both parties very much ready and willing to do the bidding of the capitalist class, and as well as wanting to maintain their power and privilege, so they don't want to buck the system at all. They want to keep their nice congressional or senate salaries close to $200,000 a year. They have amazing benefits. They have paid time off. They don't work year round. They have all these benefits, but God forbid they do, something that benefits the working people, the most vulnerable, marginalized, who are obviously, facing the brunt of this pandemic. It's not the wealthy, it's not the elite, it's not the capitalist class. It's the working people, the essential workers who have been having to work day in, day out during this pandemic, and countries completely, the government, I should say, is completely, left them behind in so many ways. And this is just another example of that. Again, capitalism is the virus. This type of shit will keep happening unless we throw off our chains, institute socialism, have a dictatorship of the proletariat, where we have a government that actually looks after the well-being of the masses and not just a very few, at the tiny capitalist class at the top. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe for more content. All power to the people. Peace. Much.